Hello everyone, welcome to Mr. Journey with today. Steve, Derek, and Nerdy. How are
Yo,
you boys doing?
doing pretty good. Tired but good. Staying busy.
Cool. Means you've been busy. I like it.
Yeah.
Derek, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, thank you. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Nice to see you here. I know you had some internet troubles yesterday, so we were kind of worried about you. Nice to have you.
Yeah.
I like the shirt too as well. I know it's a sore subject. I'll be right back, guys. Let me grab my headphones.
Yeah, and I don't know. Well, those that were in the after show on Monday didn't hear me talk about the presentation I was at on Monday. I went to a presentation where Dr. Amy Honan was talking about the importance of documenting the biodiversity that's out in our mountains in Colorado. And she mentioned me several times in the presentation, like by name, and I was like, "That's so cool." And she used my pictures of my mushrooms from Nine Naturals. I was like, "Oh my god, that's right, that's me!" Like, like it just felt like such an honor. And like some of my friends, and after some of my friends were like, "Oh my god, I know that guy." And it was kind of funny after the presentation. A couple people kind of like came up to me because like they met me at previous events, but they just don't really know what I'm really about. They just know me as the founder of the Colorado Micro League. They don't really know the work I'm doing, but this was like really, really starting to show some of the work I'm doing. How's it going, Mike Baraball? Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Oreo.
Cheers, you guys. Thank y'all for being here. It's our Wayback Wednesday episode today. We're on week 23.
And I don't have anything in my can, but if either of you have a giveaway that you want to do, I do have a question that I could throw at the chat if you wanted to. I just don't have anything prepared because I've just been scrambling around all day.
Yeah, we'll see what's happening later on during the show, okay?
Sure.
Cool. We got a great episode planned. Not a very long episode, so we have a little bit of free time at the end of the show for questions or whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks. Let me just a sec. Let me get my headphones connected here.
This Juz Icebox right here. This name. Every time I don't think it is, but every time I see that name, I'm like, that could be my nephew, but I don't think it is. I can't see who it really. I can't see the face and the profile picture. But I don't think it is. He has a similar nickname that he uses online.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Good kid. Good kid. Not a kid. He's a full-grown adult, but like he's a kid to me.
So we'll give people just a couple minutes to join in, but if we do have any new people joining us, we got this the Wayback book, Volume 1, by an author named Patty Bryant. So every Wednesday we do this episode called Wayback Wednesday. We work through it each week. It's about a page or two of some philosophical readings. Today, for example, I'm on the wrong one.
Week 23.
Last week we talked about intention, and today is the starfish story. So maybe you guys have heard about this. I'll go ahead and read the quote real fast. It's an African proverb. It says, "If you think you're too small to make a difference, you haven't spent a night with a mosquito." So yeah, it's full of all sorts of philosophical, motivational stuff in here. So we're going to learn about how to make a difference today.
I love this one.
I love it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got any thoughts you want to talk about real fast before we get into it, or waiting on people to finish joining in?
We've got 9 people here. What's that?
I just seen that Oreo's here too. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Cheers, everyone. Yeah, we got 9 people. Let's go ahead and get started with the reading, guys. Like we were just saying, week 23, the starfish story. As I just read that quote, "If you think you're too small to make a difference, you haven't spent a night with a mosquito." It's an African proverb. Let's get right into it. Have you ever heard of the starfish story? You probably have, but either way, here's a paraphrased version of it. An old man took a walk on a beach every morning. One morning after a storm passed, he was walking on the beach and he saw thousands of starfish on the sand. Off in the distance, he saw a little boy walking up the beach. As the boy walked, he would bend down to pick up an object and throw it in the ocean. When the boy came closer, the man said, "Good morning. I noticed that you were walking down the beach and throwing something in the water. What are you doing?" The little boy said, "I'm throwing starfish into the ocean. The tide washed them up onto the sand, and if I don't throw them back in the water, they'll die." The old man said, "There must be thousands of starfish on this beach. I'm afraid you can't make that much of a difference." The little boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it in the water. He smiled at the old man and said, "I made a difference to that one." Whenever I think about this story, it brings up memories of the people who have made a difference in my life. Some encouragement have truly given me the strength to keep moving. The power we have to make a difference in someone's life is remarkable. It didn't take a lot of effort from the little boy throwing the starfish back in the ocean, but what a difference he made. Today's prompt: who has made a difference in your life? And what did they do to make an impact on you?
I think we all have one person in common, especially.
Yeah. Shout out to Pops,
Pops, obviously.
Thanks
Yeah,
very much.
yeah. And there's honestly, there's so many people that have helped me over the years, especially since I met the T Crew, that just keep putting me a little bit further in the right direction, a little bit more on my path. And I just everybody I've met, I've improved a little bit. Everybody said a little bit of an example, and I'm like, I can learn something from that. Whether it was good or bad, I could learn something from their behavior. HB, we were talking about whether we wanted to read this other section before or after, maybe a different day.
Right.
Maybe we should go ahead and read this now.
If you'd like.
Yeah, there's a quote here from Mother Teresa. It says, "Never worry about the numbers. Help one person at a time, and always start with the person nearest you." And there's a little passage here on this right before the starfish. It says, "Help the person nearest you. When you think of helping others, what comes to your mind? Is it feeding the hungry, giving to the poor, or maybe traveling around the world to help provide water? Those are very noble ways of helping. But if they're overwhelming, you can help the one person nearest you this very moment. What a pressure relief. Mother Teresa made such an impact, and it's no wonder. With the mindset of simply helping the nearest person, whether it's helping someone expand their skill set, becoming a better leader, cooking something delicious, or simply listening to them, you have something to offer. Who is that one person you can help today?" Action. Really pay attention to your surroundings today and look for opportunities to help others. Again, don't feel pressure to do something huge. Start small. In fact, there's one concrete way to help. Invite one person to your tribe, whether it's someone you've worked with on a project, talked to in the hallway, or sit near that may not be involved yet. When they say tribe, they're talking about the group of people that meets once a week and reads this book together. That's how they refer to themselves. They refer to themselves as tribes. This is more of like a team building exercise book for corporations, but I thought it fits so well into like a religious study because it's so philosophical. There's so many great philosophers and leaders in this book.
Well, yeah, that's the Jack Cornfield quote: "Is tend to the garden you can touch." Sums it up pretty well.
Yeah.
Make a difference where you can. Don't try to focus on the entire world because you can't make a difference with the entire world. You can only do what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Inspire others.
If you're in
What do
an
you think,
area
Derek?
where you haven't finding difficulty, there's a website, Idealist, and that can connect you with volunteering and nonprofit
Love it.
organizations. Um,
I love
so
it, man.
you
Great
might not be
suggestion.
close by, but you can still go on there and see if there's something you could do if that was something you were interested in. I started to get emails from them quite a bit. They have different opportunities, but a lot of the paid opportunities, they're looking for people with master degrees and stuff that are willing to work for $20 an hour. So
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're really looking for people with passion, not necessarily the financial drive. So I get that.
Honestly, I find more value in someone that has passion than know-how.
Yeah.
I often find people with the know-how, they don't really have the motivation.
Yeah.
Try to find a web guy to help you build a website. Trust me, you'll have a hard time. They'll say yes up front, but then they'll be, distant. It happens every
100%.
single time.
Right.
Yeah.
Or mushrooms in HP's case. Cheers, fellow.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
absolutely.
used to
Your
be.
mind is a
I've
garden.
been a garden guy,
seed.
honestly.
Yeah.
I'm more of the garden guy than the mushroom guy, but yeah, I've kind of transitioned over now.
Yeah.
I have a little reading here. Talks about making a difference. Consistent action, or sorry, conscious actions like volunteering, donating, or offering kindness, creating a ripple effect. As John F. Kennedy said, one person can make a difference, and everyone should try. Even simple actions such as picking up trash or sending a thank you note or smiling can improve someone's life. Volunteer your time, support local charities or causes you care about. Simple gestures like holding a door or smiling can change someone's day. It doesn't have to be monetarily to be able to give. Um, but you can give money. You can give money. You can give clothes, food to those people in need.
Uh,
You can reduce, reuse, and recycle, and um, reduce your environmental impact. You can share your skills and knowledge to help someone grow. Teach people something that you know how to do, so they can learn. There's tons of things you can do to help people that are really close to you. This is just some of the stuff that um, I've collected from online, but it's kind of my own personal thoughts on it. It's really easy to help people like what we're doing right now. It doesn't even have to be online. It could just literally be having these conversations with people because people feel alone. They feel like no one else can relate to them, but they just haven't found the one person with the ideologies that they have. So just open your mouth and talk to people, and you never know what somebody's thinking. It's true if you're trying to. And like Nerdy was saying, even if at the end of the day you have a bad interaction with the person that you're trying to learn from, the bad things, quote unquote, you can learn from that too. You can learn something from it.
absolutely.
I think
Yep, 100%.
kindness, just being kind to people. You can talk someone off the ledge in line at the grocery store. You know what I mean? Because if you're the only contact they have that day, and you're kind, then that can
Yeah,
transform everything that all those negative thoughts
yeah,
they
bro.
can have. So
Just a smile and a wave. Hey, how you doing?
Completely agree.
Looking good today. Let's see you. Yeah.
Adjusting the camera here.
Give me just a second here. I'm gonna grab my drink somewhere. I have a couple cool fables. You guys know me and my fables. One of them we've already read before, and we've probably read a couple more times. It's great fable. It's about the mouse and the lion, and we're gonna read a fable also about um, a hummingbird who saved a forest from a forest fire. Let me read this one first. Oops. The Lion and the Mouse. You guys may have heard of this. If you're a fan of Aesop fables, then I'm sure you definitely heard of this before. It'll load up here. Oh, no wonder. Am I still here? Yeah, I'm still here.
Yep.
I was gonna say I'm frozen. You guys were just looking down, like
No,
frozen for a second.
I was reading the chat.
Yeah, I was looking at it too.
I don't know why I won't load up. Anyway, I guess while we're waiting on this to come up, we can I have a quote here. It's from Denzel Washington. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big, but remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. I try to give myself a goal every day, and sometimes it's just not to curse somebody out. It's just
Yeah.
sometimes doing your best to hold your composure in tough situations. I kind of like this. I'm going to play a clip from him in just a bit, but I want to play this little clip first. It's of a bird, a magpie. Just watch it. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Those are Australian birds.
They're here in America as well too. We actually have a lot of them out here in Colorado.
Everywhere. Probably the most common
Yeah.
bird I see.
Yeah, I would agree. But he's using stones here to try to pick up the water level inside of the cup so he can drink. And it just speaks again metaphorically and quite literally actually to the idea that it doesn't matter how small you are, you can make a change in your environment. You can impact it in ways that you never even thought you could. Because there's so many people. That's what I'm about to read here with this fable, if I could ever get it to load up.
A lot of
that,
people don't
you know,
realize that those birds are related to crows and ravens. Magpies are. That's why
correct.
they're one of the reasons why they're so smart. And they're
Correct.
beautiful birds. They have some blue feathers, and whenever you find a blue feather on the trail, it's usually from a magpie, not a blue jay. Around here, at
Correct.
least.
But it begs the question. It's the question about intelligence. You said it yourself. You would take somebody who was, trying over somebody who was knowledgeable about something, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're not knowledgeable. Maybe they just have willpower and effort, and it comes to off to us as intelligence. It's the whole debate of intelligence. Like, what are they really thinking in their head?
Yeah, with those traits, just add time. You got a master on your hands.
Correct. And that's what will happen eventually.
Yeah, time and practice.
Yeah, there will be tons of animals to the level where we are right now. Eventually. But yeah, let me read this fable. This is The Lion and the Mouse. A lion was caught in a net by freed by a mouse that had before bothered the lion. They became friends. Everyone has the need of another. Once, when a lion was asleep, a little mouse began running up and down upon him. This soon awakened the lion, who placed his huge paw upon the mouse and opened his big jaws to swallow him. Pardon, O king, cried the little mouse. Forgive me this time. I shall never forget it, and I will maybe able to do you a favor in the future. The lion was so taken at the idea of the mouse being able to help him that he let him go. Sometime after the lion was caught in a trap, the hunters tried hunt was sometime later the lion was caught in a trap and the hunters tied him to a tree, and just then the little mouse happened to pass by, and seeing the sad plight of the lion, went up to him and soon gnawed away at the ropes that bound the king of the beasts. Was I not right? Said the little mouse. A lion lay asleep on the floor in the forest, his great head resting on his paws. A timid little mouse came up to him unexpectedly. Oh, no. So yeah, it's basically the same. It's the same story, just a reiteration I see now. So yeah, it's basically the story right there. And it's kind of a quirky thing. I thought about this today. This is what fables are so intriguing to me for, because it's like it's the way that you tell a story, an idea of a concept to a child to get them to comprehend what you're talking about. But it's for people who get it, it's a nice metaphor to get it. And if you don't get it, it's the only way you could understand it is by like breaking it down to a really basic level and be like, look, you might feel like you're a lion. You feel like there's like people below you, but really it's just depends on where you stand. It's all perspective. It's humbling. I'm gonna have one more. The story of the hummingbird. One day, a terrible fire broke out in the forest, and a huge woodlands was suddenly engulfed by a raging wildfire. Frightened by all the animals, Frightened, all the animals fled their homes and ran out of the forest. And as they came out of this stream, they stopped. As they came to the edge of the stream, they stopped and watched the fire, and they were feeling very discouraged and powerless. And they were all bemoaning and the destruction of their homes, and everyone of them thought that there was nothing that they could do about the fire except one little hummingbird. This particular hummingbird would decide to do something. It swooped in the stream and picked up a few drops of water, and it went in the forest and put them in the fire. Then it went back out to the stream and did it again, and it kept going back again and again and again. All the other animals watched in disbelief, and some of them tried to discourage the hummingbird with comments like, "Don't bother, it's too much. You're too little. Your wings will burn. Your beak is too tiny. It's only a drop. You can't put out this fire." And as the animals stood around disparaging the little bird's efforts, the bird noted how hopeless and forlorn they looked. Then one of the animals shouted and challenged the hummingbird in a mocking voice. "What do you think you are doing?" The hummingbird, without wasting time or losing a beat, looked back and said, "I'm doing what I can. Doing my best."
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good stuff.
Yeah.
One drop at a time. Making a difference one little drop at a time. Every little bit you can. Yep. Just like the little crow we watched, or, magpie. They're all the same.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's just like the quote we read in the Wayback. It's like, if you think that a small thing can't make a difference, then just try sleeping out with a mosquito. And cool. I guess this is a pretty cool transition to, and also I forgot to say we're still going to test nerdy today on a mushroom, a wild random mushroom here. So,
Oh man,
I'm excited about this. Oh, are we missing anything in the comments here? Anything important?
Not. I'm responding as they come in. At least
Cool.
today.
Cool.
But yeah,
Cheers,
cool.
cheers.
I saw this really cool video. Speaking of crows and corvids, I saw this video. I think it was this Russian guy who trained his crow to go get mushrooms for him, and he'd get the mushroom and bring it back. Mostly boletes and stuff, but like he taught his crow how to go get mushrooms. And what better than a bird? They can fly around and they can find stuff fast. Yeah, mushrooms. I love it.
You want to see some clips of some birds I took today, actually?
Let's see it.
I'm always taking bird videos and stuff, but yeah, check this out. I got some really cool ones. I was actually able to stand right next to the hummingbird feeder today. I've been practicing this over the past couple days, seeing how close I can get. I can basically get right up on them. This is them just, flying around the hummingbird feeder, 3 or 4 of them.
Zipping around.
Tons of them out here. What'd you call it? Hummingbird crack or something?
Yeah, hummingbird crack right there.
Yeah, basically. So here's another little clip right here. Here's some house wrens. Yep, little cuties, the little birdhouse right there. And then I want to show you something really cool here. This is a hummingbird mating dance. I saw it over there on the grass, and then I was like, man, I missed it. So I was able to come back and actually get it on camera.
Wow.
And you can see there's a little hummingbird on the ground right there. Let's see if we can replay this.
Trying to be impressed and debate the one on the ground.
Right. I can't tell if she's into it, but he's doing all he can do. It's hilarious. So neat how nature does that. Like, it looks like he's like broken. So cool. So yeah, I don't know, just some cool videos that kind of, it's a segue from out of what we were
Yeah.
talking about related to the bird. But yeah, some cool nature stuff. It's encouragement actually, really, for people to get out and see what's out there in nature.
I definitely want to do more nature videos this summer and try to share it with the crew.
Sweet, man, it'd be awesome.
It'll be fun.
And we'll be doing a couple here at the end of the month. Whenever we go out to Mount Terra, we're gonna go out and look for some aquamarines, you guys. So
And
we'll be bringing you
mushrooms.
some videos back.
I
Yeah,
was
100%.
reading from a book published by the Colorado Mycological Society. This is more of a PDF than a book. But it's called Stalking the Wild Mushroom or something like that. Let me see.
Okay.
Old document.
Mike said, "What the heck?" He's like, "I don't know what the heck I know."
But in here, it has some really good tips of where to hunt when we're dealing with conditions like we're dealing with. So high elevation is going to be key. So the fact that we're going up to Mount Antero, I might actually be able to find some mushrooms. So we were supposed to have a foray with Dr. Amy Honan on Tuesday, but it was canceled because it's been so dry, and all of the scouts that went out looking for mushrooms, they only found like one mushroom here, one mushroom there, and it was scarce. So I'm hoping that maybe we can take some time out of our trip and find some mushrooms.
Yeah, I would down with that, man. Be perfectly cool with me. But yeah, hopefully we'll bring you guys back some aquamarines, some mystic sacraments. So we'll start giving away those. We'll see what happens. But yeah, nerdy for sure. I would love to try to get some foraging in where we're already out there. So what I'm been researching with my totally uneducated knowledge that some of the more rare mushrooms are going to be in the range of about 10,000 to plus 10,000 feet plus.
With the tree line?
Yep. Yes, sir. So it would make sense. Something I've been thinking about. Yeah, cheers, Sherm. That's what's up, buddy. It's something I love. Like I'm such an old soul when it comes to bird feeders.
Another cool tip I found in here was start at the bottom of the hill and work your way up. And once you start finding mushrooms, start going parallel. Because it's the elevation. So once you find them, start going sideways.
Makes sense.
That's something I never thought about before. So stick to the northeast side of your hill if it's already pretty dry, because that tends to retain more of the moisture. And then start at the bottom, work your way up, and as soon as you find them, then start going sideways. And I'm like, that is cool. A good tip. That book is just full of nice little nuggets, but it was published back in 1992 or something like that. I think the first publication was 1980. But it's old and outdated, and there's some advice in here that would definitely earn you a couple of fines from not good advice. I'm like, yeah, I would. Yeah, locations that you're not supposed to forage at, and they're telling you to forage there, and I'm like, yeah, I went there, and their pamphlet says if I forage here, I'll be fined like $100. So don't do that.
So it's
yeah, I'm gonna go talk to a.
And this document is the one they shared with me when I was on my leadership training foray with the Colorado Mycological Society. That's where they shared the PDF with me. And I'm like, this has got some bad advice in here. I don't know. And you're giving this to the leaders? All right. Sorry. I think I interrupted you guys. What were you saying?
I was going to say that.
It's legal for a fee, right? It's legal for a fee.
It's legal for a fee.
Yeah. Anything we pay for it. Yeah, I was saying that I'm going to go talk to a gentleman tomorrow, get some insights on. He's a super knowledgeable guy. He actually has some of the rare Black Widow quartz. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about it.
Black Widow quartz. That sounds cool.
Yeah, he has a lot of super rare things that he's discovered and found himself.
Is that like a smoky quartz that's like practically black?
Yes.
Or part red?
Yeah, man. It's a little bit of like a purplish kind of burgundy, I would say, maybe even. Yeah. I haven't met the guy yet. He has a super nice shop, though. I've got in touch with the person that works there, and she kind of relayed a message for me to talk to the guy. So I'm going to go tomorrow morning and speak to him. What he normally does is he will come in and go right to the mines to go gem hunting. So as long as it's a beautiful day. So
Is this the mind that he has? That's like his mind that he just welcomes people on and checks.
I mean, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm under that assumption that it is.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, man. It would be nice to get some really firsthand knowledge because I don't know what I'm getting into at Mountain Terror. I was talking to a gentleman that was there though, who seemed pretty knowledgeable. He was explaining that normally you would have to wait till about mid-July, but because we have very much snowfall, that we'd probably be able to get up there at least maybe almost to the top of the mountain. Um, and they definitely have places that are down in town in Buena Vista, I believe is where it's at. It's the nearest town. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but wherever it's the nearest town is, you can go rent four-wheelers, side by side, jeeps, whatever, to be able to go right up to the top. So I'm considering that's probably going to be our best move.
Nice.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, it's just it's going to be an expensive thing, but if not, it's going to take us hours and hours to walk to the top because it's a 7-hour hike from the bottom of the mountain for where you actually drive up to, and then you have to walk straight up the mountain 7 miles, and then you have to do what you have to do, and then come back down with whatever you have, all the gyms and stuff. But you could rent a Jeep for about $250 for the day, ride right up to the top. They fill you up with a full tank. You can take you and all your equipment to the top, go gym hunting, come right back down, spend all day up there basically.
Hmm.
How
It's
was
kind of stuff
hiking?
we've been thinking about.
How was hiking in that altitude? Like, is it more difficult? Would you say than like the East Coast where we don't have those heights?
There's
Yes,
less
sir.
oxygen, and it makes it more difficult.
Yep. Especially somebody like me who already has pretty bad lungs. Yeah, it can be kind of exhausting, man. You feel like you're not sucking air because you're basically not. Yeah.
Do you guys have
Some people
smart?
exaggerate it a little bit, I'll be real. But then other people who say that, it's like there's definitely something to it. Like it's harder to breathe.
Do you guys have smartwatches to keep an eye on your oxygen?
I don't.
No, good idea though.
I've lived out here for so long that
Yeah.
it doesn't really affect me the same as it does other people. A lot of people start getting affected just by coming to Denver, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is like Colorado Springs is way higher in elevation than Denver is, and people start getting headaches and they just get more fatigue and just more tired.
When I went out there,
Hummingbirds love the color.
I didn't notice any difference, but I
Mm,
wasn't out there long. You know what I mean? I spent
sure.
a couple days
All
between
right.
Denver and down to Colorado Springs and then down to Santa Fe.
Hmm. Nice.
Cool. Yeah, Mike's got some fun hummingbird facts here. He says hummingbirds love the color red. That's usually why hummingbird feeders are red. There are a few other colors that they're attracted to. It's the color red because of the color of flowers. So they're attracted to a few other colors, but most commonly red. It says number 2 here. They eat more than just nectar. I actually saw a few hummingbirds chasing flies just yesterday. So it's funny you say that. And hummingbirds are tiny, high metabolism birds known for their ability to hover and fly backwards with wings beating up to 80 times per second, weighing less than a nickel. Yeah, they're one of the only birds who can fly backwards, or the only bird who can fly backwards for that matter.
80 times a second. Wow.
And the
Pretty neat.
males actually have little teeth. They're not teeth, but it's like little protrusions from their beak that looks like little alligator
Oh,
teeth almost. And they actually battle each other, and they are
little
ruthless.
dinosaurs.
They are ruthless little birds.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can hear it here in the video. They sound like whenever they fly through. All you can really hear is just like the reverberation of the wings in the camera. It like causes like a weird feedback. It's so fast. Even the way the wings look, it looks like it's like flapping its wings like this, but in reality, it's like super fast. Neat stuff.
I remember seeing somewhere
Cool.
there was a government contract that they had paid a crazy amount of money for someone to do a prototype of a hummingbird to use as like surveillance. It was mechanical, and this thing, it was awful. Like if it went around, you would think it was a hummingbird. It made a lot of noise, and it was just ridiculous, you know. So I thought that was funny, but that was probably the most difficult bird to choose to
Oh,
pick
I'm
for something
sure.
like it. You know, maybe they went for it because, like you said, it can fly backwards. I don't know.
Okay, nerdy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add a couple pictures in here.
Okay, looks
I
like
want you to try to see if you can.
Oh, no, it's popping up now. Okay, let's see.
I want to see if you can identify these, buddy.
Okay, can you pull them up? I think I see the pictures here.
Yes, sir. Hold on, give me just a sec. Yeah, you can do it like that. Yep.
Got a
There's one more
hedgehog
at the
mushroom.
top there. You can see. Oh, you dirty bastard! I thought I was gonna have a hard one for him. I'm gonna have to really dig deep. Yeah, you're exactly right. 100%, buddy. Yeah, it's a hedgehog mushroom. Do you know anything about it? It's a pretty rare mushroom, actually.
It's a choice edible.
Right?
Let me see. I just got my wild mushroom identification expert. I think this one's actually on as one of my 43.
Okay.
Let's see.
Wow, that's surprising you got it that quick. Let me actually pull up some more here since you got it so quickly. You dirty, dirty bastard.
Let's see.
Can't believe it.
So Hydenum rapandum is the scientific
Pull that up
name.
right.
I'm about to pull up my
Correct.
acceptance letter here so I can see if I'm pretty sure I put that on my list. So the nice thing about the acceptance letter of the wild mushroom identification expert is you just get to pick what mushrooms you want to sell to the public. Let's see here. So Sarcodon imbricticus. That's what I think that's the hedgehog I have. Let's see.
Nerdy's a walking Fungopedia.
I know that was really good,
This is
dude.
the one. I'm going to share my screen with you. I'm going to show you the one that was like my second choice, but this is the one that's actually the Hydenum rapandum is not on my list,
Okay.
but there's another one that's similar that is on my list. And I just got it confused for a
Take over whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll just upload it to this screen here. Or I'll share my screen. There we go. So this one, you'll notice that so Hydenum, that's related to the like the blue dye mushroom and stuff. Let's see.
Okay.
This guy, it's very, very similar, but it looks more like a hawk's wing on top.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to get to it right here.
You got to dig deep, man. I'm gonna really have to try hard.
Oh, there it is. There.
This is a pretty rare mushroom. It's not just one that you just find commonly in the woods.
Right, right. But this is the one that's on my approved list to sell to the public. The one that you brought up is not, but it's another toothed mushroom, similar to what you're showing me. See how it's got the teeth on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
But yeah, so
congratulations, you got it, man.
I'm fairly certain that that one that you pulled up does not grow in Colorado, but it might. It might. I just need to look deeper into it.
Okay, so maybe I have the wrong species.
Either way, I knew it. I recognized it.
Yeah, 100%, man. Good shit. Good job. Good stuff. Weirdest names, yeah. Hedgehog mushroom. I know. Kind of does give that vibe though when you look at it. Hawkswing, I would. Yeah, that's pretty good description as well. Okay. What's your question, nerdy?
If you want to do a giveaway, we can have somebody guess. I think I might have just said it. How many mushrooms are on my approved list to provide to the public? So I'm looking for a number. How many mushrooms are on my list that I got on my approval letter from the state of Colorado?
First person to guess one number on the line, please.
That's the list right there. Just a quick glance. So this is a list of the edible mushrooms that I'm allowed to sell to restaurants and to individuals throughout the state of Colorado.
Ooh, 43 and 34. Which one is it, Nerdy? It's 34, isn't it?
43.
It's 43, Shroom, buddy. What's up?
Shroom Digger got it.
Good stuff. So you can just double his package up if you'd like.
Yes. So, Shroom Digger, I have not sent your package from last Wednesday yet. I have your address, and I was planning on sending it tomorrow. I'm still waiting for an address from Ray. Come on, Ray, get with it.
Cool. Congratulations, man.
But I'm going to add extra stuff from HB to your box.
Cool, man. 43. Congratulations. Good memory, buddy. I thought it was 34. I swear in my head I was thinking the same thing as Mello.
There is a mushroom or a mycology expert coming up in, like, I think in October, maybe. I think his name is Graham something. But his note to fame is that he has 50 plus mushrooms on his list that he's approved to sell. And I'm like, well, I intentionally left out a bunch of mushrooms because I'm just erring in the side of caution.
Right.
But next year, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna bump my list up to more than 50 just so I can keep up with the. Just so I can be one of the cool guys. But yeah, 43 is how much is on my list.
Very cool, man. Congratulations, Nerdy. Congratulations, Shroom.
I'll come up with a question. I'll come up with a question on Friday, and I'll look and see what kind of cannabis beans I have. So we can either do cannabis beans or spore swabs.
So I like that, Derek.
Either way. Yeah. I know I have some Big Devil XL in their auto seeds. Some people don't like the autos. I like them because they're fast finish. But these are very heavy producing plants. You know, they'll get 4 to 6 feet tall and lots of colas. Like
salute.
Yeah. So we can look at those. I'll see what seeds I have, and we can do a giveaway on those on Friday.
Cowabunga, man.
Yeah. Mike had mentioned he was thinking of growing cannabis, or I can't remember what flowers, but one of the better cannabis foods that I used was from MSU, Michigan State University. Their azalea plant food from the university. And that the plants loved it, and it was it was cheap. A lot of people start with like the Fox Farm Trio type feeds, and this was a much better product because I've used those, and I've used several different ones, and I like that MSU stuff, and it's cheap.
Let's check this out, dude.
Plants love it. Yeah.
I'm a Fox Farm fanatic myself, so yeah, I might just look into what you're saying.
Yeah, and I like their soils, like the Happy Frog and Strawberry Fields. That's good stuff, absolutely. But there's other people out there that like to make their own living soil and stick their hands in back fauna and stuff.
Compost teas and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, natural is the way to go, but the Fox Farm makes it easy.
It sounds like you're pretty knowledgeable, man. Be cool to maybe have a talk about it one day.
Yeah, I used to dabble a little.
Yeah, me too, man. Yeah. Cool. Nerdy?
Yeah.
Go ahead and spit the mic real fast.
Oh, okay. So our 4th annual Rocky Mountain Mush Fest is on July 16th to 19th in Colorado City, Colorado. We're already starting to reserve locations. If you are wanting a place to stay, go ahead and reach out to Kim. She's already started reserving a big location. I think has spaces for 10 people. If you get along with the T Crew, I'm sure you're welcome to pay a small fee to help us pay for the location, and you'd be happy. We'd be happy to have you. But yeah, so we're going to be doing some foraging. We're probably going to be doing some tie-dye. We're doing camping. Like, if you don't want to stay
Sweet.
in a BC, I'm sure anybody is welcome to camp on the property. That's the way it's been the past 3 years.
Love it.
But yeah, be good times had by all. My daughter did this art. It's going to be on the T-shirts coming up soon. I've just been so busy, I haven't done it yet. I just need to throw it on a T-shirt and start letting everybody know where to buy it. So the T-shirts are going to directly help fund the Mush Fest.
Cool, man. Love it.
Pay for a porta potty, things like that.
I love it. You said you're going to be doing tie dye. What else?
Yeah, we always do tie-dye.
Foraging.
Foraging. Just hanging out with the T crew,
Love it, dude. I love it. Sounds like a really fun time. I can't wait to meet you guys there. And we'll be releasing the Bomb Pop flavor there as well, too. So excited about that. For Zeta, I'm actually enjoying the Zeta right now as we speak. I'm a jalapeno lemonade.
Nice. It's a big bottle.
Pinot-nade.
It's like
That's just a
40.
regular bottle, actually.
Okay.
No.
It's like
Yeah, it's just because it's in this.
it's like cozy.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, yeah.
It looks like a big ass bottle.
Yeah, it does look huge in that. Yeah, it's just a regular beer bottle, then, essentially. 12 ounces. So they've got a little kick to them, for sure. Yeah, a couple of them. You'll be at Zeta.
I was just thinking that. I wonder how many sips it takes, instead of how many licks.
Honestly, I haven't drank 2 in a row yet. So I keep thinking to myself every time I drink one, I'm like, I don't know who out there can drink 4 of these things, but salute, sir. Pretty strong.
Mike's asking if we know Pops is going to be there. It sounds like he's going to try, and I think that's more of a commitment we got out of him in the previous years. Oh, Melo's asking me a question about the glow-in-the-dark mushrooms. Is it the same thing that sea creatures use to glow? Like the exact same chemicals? I don't know. But there are 2 different kinds of glowing mushrooms. There's ones that fluoresce, and there's ones that actually glow.
Bioluminescence.
Bioluminesce, thank you. But the ones that fluoresce, you need to have a black light. That's what most of the mushrooms that I have ever found that glow, they fluoresce under black light. And there's a specific wavelength that's better than the other one, but both work. I've been out foraging for UV forays, and I've used the wrong black light, and it works fine. But the mushrooms that glow, it just takes a long exposure on your camera to really see it, or you need to be outside for a long time for your eyes to start adjusting so you actually start to see it. But
It's so
it's
dim.
very, very faint. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the pictures that we see are just really, really long exposure pictures, so it really picks up on it.
Okay. Makes it look like the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But you can buy luminous mushroom genetics and grow them yourselves. I've never done it, but I think it'd be fun. It'd be a fun project.
Cool little nightlight, dude. Have a whole terrarium filled up with them. That'd be so cool.
That'd be neat.
Yeah.
And
Organic nightlight.
speaking of sea creatures, I was at someone's house the other day, and they had coral mushrooms, or mushroom coral. I don't know which order you put them in, but I'd call it a mushroom coral. They look like mushrooms, but it's actually coral. So it's a sea creature that looks like mushrooms, and they live, for years and years and years and years. So it's not actual mushrooms; it's an actual creature.
Let's see if I can
But
picture
they
here.
were under the impression that they were real mushrooms, and I'm like, no, they're not. But cool, very cool saltwater tank, but not mushrooms. But they sell it at the aquarium stores as mushrooms. They're like blue mushroom or whatnot, but like it's all coral. Oh, those are cool. Yep.
So this is them, apparently.
Those are actual coral fungus. These are mushrooms.
Okay.
These are Calavactus genus.
So what do I need to search? Mushroom coral?
Yes. So you have to search the opposite, right? So it's mushroom coral. not coral mushrooms.
Ooh, these are beautiful.
Yes, those are what I'm
Look
talking
at
about.
these guys. I'm
So
gonna pull this
those ones.
sucker right now.
So there's both. There's both
Ooh,
mushroom coral and coral mushrooms, and the coral mushrooms are edible for the most part.
what? What about these guys? Can you eat this and make
Um,
your mouth turn all crazy colors?
the coral mushrooms are actually very, very closely related to
These
lion's
are
mane.
psychedelic, dude.
Those
Yeah, I can see that.
I doubt those are edible.
Right, I doubt it, right? But yeah, I can
Yeah.
see the other ones being related to lion's mane for sure.
But at the same time, even though these mushroom coral are not mushrooms, it's very, very similar to a mushroom that does grow underwater. Cytharella aquaticus, I think it's called. I'm gonna try to pull it up here. Let me see.
And so nerdy, the cauliflower mushrooms that I showed you the other night, I
Yeah.
asked Google again about it, and now it's telling me that those are hen of the woods. So I'm telling everybody, have a trusted source, have a
Yeah.
reliable source, because AI is going to get it wrong,
Oh yeah.
and then AI is oops, but it's identifying the same mushroom as two different mushrooms right now. And we know it's a cauliflower mushroom, but now it's saying it's a beautiful hen of the woods.
Right.
So it just
So
causes you to be careful out there.
with iNaturalist, there is AI built in, but it gives you a list of things that it thinks it could and might be.
Yeah,
And you should only pick down to like as far as you know, you can say, all right, there's enough evidence here in this picture to say that it's down to this family or this genus. Try not to go further than that. That way the experts can jump in and say, we know a little bit more and we'll push it a little further down the line. But
yeah,
iNaturalist, I always told people don't use those AI apps to identify mushrooms, but iNaturalist is a little bit different. But I do see a lot of people in the app just trusting whatever the app tells them, and they just go with it. And I'm like, no, this is way wrong. This is not a Suillus. This is a Russula. And how did you not know that?
yeah,
Gills versus pores. There's a big difference between these two mushrooms. But I see it making those mistakes because it doesn't know any better.
yeah. I think AI
Uh,
wants to be fast, not accurate. Like speed is more important than accuracy.
right.
That's what I
So
think.
I think I'm gonna pull up right here. This other mushroom I'm gonna talk about. It's just taking a second to pull up the scene. Unresponsive. I have to reshare my screen on another. Can you still hear me? Am I frozen?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Cheers, Worley.
Keeps
Thanks for
getting
joining us in,
errors.
man. Bill says, I've been giving my dog turkey tail and reishi mushroom for his bad back feet, and he's better. Vet don't believe, but I know, and I read the research. Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, Ella.
Yeah, we're going to go on a group foraging trip. Oh, am I still here? I think I'm frozen now. Nope, Nerdy's frozen. Yeah,
31st.
we're going to go on a group foraging trip here in June. I think the 12th through the 14th is what it is. But we're going to be doing UV foraging, looking for mushrooms with UV lights and stuff. So it'll be pretty cool. We're going to cook a little bit of what we find, hopefully. So, yeah, it's telling us we need to wrap the show up. I guess Nerdy's gone anyway. Yeah, cool. You guys got any questions really fast before we do? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Anything mycology related. If you have any questions about the upcoming Mush Fest or um, you guys have any questions about anything, obviously you guys can reach out to me. I have an email address right here below about the Zeta drinks. If you guys are curious in getting Zeta drinks, reach out to me, and my email is right here. What's up, HB? You can come on in. um, but yeah, Rocky Mountain Mush Fest, July
Listen, now
16th to the
bad.
19th. You guys know to go to mysticjourneyschurch.org. If you guys are new here, you guys can go sign up on the website for free to become a mystic. Be part of the group. Guys can message and create your own profile over there. It's pretty cool. Join us over on Discord. I'll get the link for you guys here in just a bit. It's free to join. We might do a little bit of Minecraft here after the show. We'll see what's up. Um, Anything else, boys?
No, thank you everyone for being here. What's your favorite
Um,
mug? We can each answer. Mello asked that. So mine I think is the snow oyster. And then, a couple different silly varieties. Are you frozen again?
I think he is. What's my favorite mushroom? Again, I don't really do favorite. Like that question is like so arbitrary because like it just depends on the day, on the time. Like certain days it's psilocybin mushrooms, certain days just like a fried mushroom, right? But I typically don't like to eat regular mushrooms, gourmet. I will eat them in like spaghetti or I'll eat them fried. It's one of my favorite things. Um, but not typically my favorite. So psilocybin for sure. I mean, that being said, I like the strains that are not really like knock your socks off, but do have a little bit higher potency than a golden teacher or something like that. Nerdy no. The Mr. Journey movie driving home at the time. Maybe we'll come back to it, Sammy. Are you there? Hello? I think we got you back, man.
Yep. Can't hear you.
Can't hear you, but I can see you. He's cussing like he's like this. I got shag a fucking mic a regular.
Oh my goodness. Can you hear me
There
now?
he is. He's like, yes, sir, we can hear you.
Oh wow. Oh.
What's up, buddy?
Computers, man. Old computers. I gotta get this thing replaced. This thing is This thing's gonna give me a heart attack one of these days. I swear.
Well, new computers aren't without their issues either. I was telling you about mine that one night before live, it crashed, what, I think 10 times or 7 times or something crazy like that.
Mhm.
Never done that before. And it's done it a couple times since, but I really don't use it that often, so it doesn't have that much stuff on there. Like it's got whatever, like most of the hard drive available. I don't even know what size it is, but and then I upgraded the RAM after I bought it, so
Cool.
new isn't always the answer.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, true.
You
Where
see
was
this in
I?
the
I was gonna share a picture of the Cytharella aquatica. Let's see here.
yes, sir.
Switch
There we
screen.
got a couple.
Go ahead.
We got a couple people in the chat who are requesting to watch the movie Mystic Journeys, or sorry,
Oh.
Mythic Journeys again.
Let's watch it again.
Sammy didn't get to watch it because he was on his drive home. Sammy, if you can make it, we'll play it again here in a little bit. If you can make it, like 30 minutes. Shroom Digger as well saying he would like to see the movie. I'll put the Discord link in here for you guys and just join over, and then we'll get you guys in where you can watch it.
It was really great seeing Mike in the Discord the other night. Thank you for
Yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate you stopping by, Mike. It was really good hanging out with you, man.
That
Yeah.
was. So this
We'd love to have you
mushroom
stop by again.
is
Yeah.
literally a underwater mushroom. It grows underwater in a stream.
Wow, this is psychedelic, dude.
I'm gonna
What
show you.
is its properties? Are like have they studied this?
They've been studying it all right, but it's like in I don't remember where it grows, but somewhere in the United States in a very, very small location.
Okay.
But
Super unique, man. Can you imagine being the one to discover that?
yeah, right. Just happened to
And
look
what
stream. Hey, there's that coral mushroom.
mushrooms are so weird because plants they come and go, and there are plants that are in frozen areas of the world that whenever they thaw out, they will like come back to life essentially.
Yeah.
But for the most part, there's plants that are the same kind that are scattered all across the world. But with mushrooms, you can find a mushroom that's just its particular type in one little niche, like one little 100-yard area that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. It's such a crazy thing, dude. And you got to assume that it's just like with the seeds, these things are coming in out of dormancy and going back into dormancy all the time.
So I wonder what it's like those mushrooms dropping spores because like the water's going to catch.
Exactly. Exactly, dude.
I mean, just like the air, I suppose, carries spores that we breathe, But
That has to be the benefit of being in the water, right?
yeah,
So they say that there's some beetles that actually will go up underneath the gills, and they think that the beetles are helping disperse the spores because otherwise the spores are going downstream and there's no mushrooms downstream. So we don't really know why they're doing
Wow.
what they're doing, but they're doing it.
Oh my gosh, this is so crazy.
yeah.
What's your
So
theory?
it's the only mushroom that we know of that's doing it.
What is your theory? What do you think?
Uh, the only thing that I can think of as to why it's able to do it is I'm guessing that it's probably mycorrhizal with one of the local plants. So that's why it's able to fruit underwater. Um, there we go.
Something seaweed or seagrass or whatever's there.
And it's probably like the bulk of the mycelium is probably next to the stream, not underneath it. But there's got to be some sort of benefit to it actually fruiting underwater.
Underwater.
Maybe it has something to do with those water beetles that keep like they kind of go underneath the caps to get a little bit of air. There's like a little air pocket underneath the cap too. It's very, very interesting stuff.
It goes against everything mushrooms are about though, because mushrooms like air. There's no air down there. Mushrooms like
Well,
light. There's not very much light down there.
streams are highly aerated.
Yeah, but not as much as a mushroom needs, because there are certain times where mushrooms can get like um basically suffocated out inside of a plastic box. This is why if you don't FAE, it'll get overgrown or overlay, right?
Buzz.
So why would it be able to grow in a total water environment? It doesn't make sense.
Right. And liquid culture, they'll fruit on top of the surface, but not underneath.
The world is a weird, wicked place, man. If you could think of it, like it sounds like something somebody would make up. Like, there are mushrooms that grow underwater. Like, yeah, it sounds like an alien planet. It's like we live on an alien planet. I've said this several times.
You must be confused with those mushroom coral. No, not mushroom coral. These are actual freaking mushrooms.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Wicked world we live in, man.
And it's like only a few acres along the stream where these mushrooms grow that we know about it. I think it's like in Oregon or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's somewhere around there. Other questions? I thought there was another one. But yeah, the movie. I'm happy to watch it again. One of these weeknights when I'm free, we can just plan ahead. We can always come in when everybody thinks they'll be free, and we'll stream it again.
You want to do it today?
Am I frozen again?
No, we can hear you.
You guys are frozen, just me. I'm always
yeah, that's what you guys were doing earlier. Y'all were both looking down at your phones and checking the chat. I was like, dang, am I frozen? But yeah, if Sammy's down for it anyway, he might be at work. If we can make it to where both of those guys who want to see for sure can make it, then yeah. But also join that Discord link anyway, because that's where we watch movies and hang out, and that's our personal Discord for Mystic Journeys.
I think Nerdy's frozen.
Nerdy is. All right.
There we go. Jeez, my connection is something tonight. All right, I stopped screen sharing. I think that should speed it up again. All right, that was something. My computer does not like to multitask right now. So what
I got
did I
Zeta
miss?
yawns.
What did I miss?
That was all. I was just saying if Sammy and Shroom can both make it to the Discord tonight, then we can do it tonight. Where
Oh,
like the most
why
people can
not?
view it. Yeah. I was just telling them to join the Discord and get over there. I got a pretty big day tomorrow, so I got to get to bed relatively early, but I got a couple things to do before then. Maybe I'll play a little Minecraft. We'll see what's going on.
Maybe let's plan on Friday. Give people some time to plan.
Okay. So yeah, boys, y'all make sure to join us again on Friday. We'll do it on Friday because normally we do movie night Mondays, right?
Right.
But yeah, let's do it. Let's do it Friday. Sweet, perfect.
Friday's kind of like my hangout night anyway. It's one of the night I really like to just hang out and stay long. And anybody who wants to hang out, it's like a good night to hang out and just make a night of it.
I agree.
And I have a lot going on tomorrow, and I don't want to stay up too late.
Okay, sweet.
Several meetings. Stressed.
I got a question before we get out of here. It's one thing I had written down it's the only thing I had written down today, actually. What's your opinion on recycling substrate?
Well,
do or don't, or what's your opinion on it?
Depends on how you're recycling it. Are you using it for like your garden and helping your plants?
No, to make a new batch of mushrooms. So take your substrate. So theoretically, if you have a full box of substrate, you could half it, right, to 2 to 4 boxes, or to 2 boxes, or whatever, right?
So you already got a couple flushes out of it. You're saying?
Yes, and just add more soil to it to give it more nutrients instead of having to add grain to it. I already have mycelium. I can just add it to soil and then recycle it.
The soil is a non-nutritious substrate. It wouldn't do much to get more mushrooms. But as you add it, theoretically, I wouldn't do this, but if you really, really were insistent on doing it, you could prepare some grain, sterilize it, and sprinkle it on the surface, and then sprinkle some more soil on top of that. That way it has some nutrition. That first layer is going to grow into that grain. It's like, hey, more food. And then it's going to grow into the non-nutritious substrate. It's like, hey, we're running out again. Time to make more fruit. But that little extra boost of nutrition from the grain would probably give it a nice boost. But I've never done this before, but it logically makes sense. Shroom Digger's saying here, feed it to wine caps. They're great secondary decomposers. Same thing with like agaricus. Agaricus would love it too. Look up secondary decomposers, and any of those mushrooms would love to eat the substrate of another mushroom.
Okay.
I've heard and I've seen some professional oyster farms take their old spent cakes and just kind of use it as like a grain to grain transfer type of thing. They'll use it to start the next one, but it's their next bag that's usually hanging it's mostly straw. So that's where the nutrients are coming from anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Fuck around, find out.
Well, yeah, it's just a matter of time at that point then, right? Because can I get it to the problem pollinate faster than I could just redo a whole new batch?
Theoretically, grain to grain transfers is faster than liquid culture. But if you've already put it through the works and it's already been exposed to all of the elements through the cuts and the slits in the bag,
contam risk is super high at that point.
The contam risk is through the roof, and you're likely to have a lot more failures after that first
good
bag.
point. So the only reason the mycelium hasn't contaminated at that point is because it's built up its own defense, but to rebuild is asking for issues.
Adding fresh nutrients, that fresh grain you'd be adding to it be far more likely to contaminate before it got colonized.
Because this is an important question. It begs the question, like, why do people ever stop a mushroom grow and restart another one? Because it runs out of nutrients, right? Well, then how do you add that nutrients back in without adding a new? That's kind of the question. Is it possible?
You could probably just use some liquid culture to rehydrate it with like some like corn syrup water or something. You probably could, but I don't know. I've never heard of anyone doing it or being successful at it or having a good reason to do it.
Yeah, I get it. Right, rather than just start again fresh.
Yeah. I've thought about it from time to time. I'm like, I've gotten 5 flushes out of this tub. How long can I keep it going?
How long can I,
Yeah.
maybe if I reinvigorate it, it'll keep going. Just adding a little bit more soil to it and like letting it restart its process over again, back
Yeah.
from like Phoenix. So, because obviously, if you let it keep going for too long, you're gonna get contaminant. But
will.
if you let it mix it up with soil that's pasteurized, maybe you can get it to like reinvigorate. I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe I'll experiment with it just for shits and gigs.
Yeah.
But
Keep it away from the rest of your grows, just in case.
yeah,
You never know. You don't want
yeah.
to
But I don't think I'll rely on it too much.
Right. Okay.
We'll see what happens though.
But if you're doing grain jars or bags, and you're about to send it to bulk, take part of that bag and put it in a fresh bag for a grain to grain transfer, and it'll be going so much better, faster than a liquid culture. And you don't have to deal with agar or anything. It's just grain to grain.
I'll keep that in mind.
No, because it's already on the same nutritious substrate. It already knows what to do with it, so it just jumps faster. It goes.
Cool. Good tip.
But
All right, guys.
Liquid culture would be the next fastest, and then
Spores.
agar, and then spores.
Okay.
But I know some people just swear by agar. They're like, why bother going that extra step? Just take your agar puck and just throw it in the bag. You're good to go. You're looking for that leading edge anyway.
Yeah. Sammy said I got some logs here. I want to try an inoculation soon. Cool.
Mello, how do you store eating mushrooms over time? And Shroom Digger got it right. Dehydrate.
Dehydrate.
Lack of oxygen. Lack of oxygen, lack of air are probably the 2 most important things you can do to preserve your mushrooms. So dehydrate it. Make sure it's completely 100% dry. If you drop it on the counter or a table, it sounds like you're dropping a chip or a cracker. You can hear that it's dry. And also desiccant packets are nice. I have a mason jar vacuum sealer. I love that thing. It is so nice. The regular vacuum sealers that are in the bags, they'll crush your mushrooms. But if you have a vacuum sealer that goes to the top of your jar, it sucks all the air out and your mushrooms are still in pristine condition. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Mellow, it depends on how you dried them. Pops has had mushrooms good for years that were freeze dried. I've had mushrooms around for probably over a year and they're still good.
I've heard of reports of people having them around for 3 or 4 years and then still being fine, stored properly.
Yeah, but why are you keeping mushrooms around for a year? You should probably be giving them away or eating them before then.
But to answer your question here in the future, it's something we really want to test later on. We want to start testing psilocybin in different strains when they come out the box versus how long they've been sitting around in different conditions. It's just we don't really have the funds for that kind of stuff right now. Yeah. I don't even have the funds to be able to put the psilocybin percentage on Zetas right now, which is definitely something that has to get done sooner than later. But yeah, when we start to be able to do the testing, we'll be able to see the degradation rates on things like drinks or, just a bag laying on the counter versus mushrooms in a jar or vice versa.
Right. And I like Shroom Digger's advice there about feeding it to the wine caps. Get some gourmet
one of us died. Going. Hello.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me? I think it's HP this time. Yep. It's HP this time. King Stropharia mushrooms. So the thing about King Stropharia mushrooms, they do great in mushroom beds. 4-inch mushroom bed. Since it's spring, I'm gonna tell you all how to do it. Get some King Stropharia grain spawn, and a lot of it. It depends on how big your bed is. You want to be able to cover a couple layers of, think of lasagna. First layer is cardboard in your bottom of your mushroom bed. You don't want weeds growing up from the bottom. Then do a layer of substrate, so that when you put your next layer of grain spawn, it has somewhere to grow down into. And then on top of that layer of grain spawn, another layer of substrate, so it has somewhere to grow up into. And then above that substrate, so we're doing 2 layers of grain spawn, and sandwiched between multiple layers of substrate. And that substrate can be just compost. Like Shroom Digger was saying, feed it to wine caps. Wine caps is a good secondary decomposer. So, yeah, mushroom beds. And the cool thing about mushroom beds is at the end of the year, before it starts snowing, you can add some mulch to the top of it, and it'll be ready for the next spring, and you can have a nice annual mushroom bed.
Oh, nice.
Chips and straw. Yeah, chips and straw, mulch. Shroom Digger knows what's up. Oh, there he is. What's up, HB? Uh-oh. I'm curious what Shroom Digger knows about mushrooms, because that name and that picture just makes me wonder. This guy seems like an expert he seems like he knows a thing or two. He's been around the block. Like, I want to know what kind of experience Shroom Digger has around mushrooms. So let's see here. What's going
I'm
on?
sure we're having our cameras here.
I don't know. Let me switch that out. There we go. That might help.
Here's and like Derek mentioned, we do Friend Fridays. So Sherm, if you wanted to set a Friday where you want to get on show and talk with
Oh,
us, that'd
yeah.
be cool.
That'd be fun. Talk some mycology with Shroom Digger.
Yep.
Faker.
A good friend found Sam says here, a good friend found a mason jar that had mushrooms from when we split a zip 8 years ago, and they were still good and potent. Interesting. Just tasted a little bit off. Yeah, I can imagine. Mushrooms already don't taste very on. All right, boys, we're running pretty over. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Tomorrow on Riffin' with HB, we're going to be doing a band called, or an artist rather, called Mahali. I guess you could call it a band. It's a reggae band. And then on Saturday, as per Nerdy's request, we're going to be doing They Are Giants. I'm saying that right?
Hmm?
What's the band? They Are Giants?
Oh, they might be giants.
They might be Giants. Okay, correct.
Yeah,
So,
good band. Good band.
Yeah, so we're going to learn about them, and we'll do that Saturday. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Riffin', and then we'll be back for Have a Great Friday. Bye, everyone. Please have a great rest of the night.
And if anybody wants to join us on Friday, please tell us. We're happy to have a guest.
The Discord link's up in the chat. I'll drop it again for you guys on the way out.
Cool. I guess I'll see you guys all later.
Take care.